Welcome to Ask a Member, a program of the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm Ann Hughes, president of the Chamber, and my pleasure today to welcome Tom Moore, who is the owner of Cornerstone Apartments right here in downtown Adrian.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you.
So how do you like being an apartment building owner?
Well, I've been into the apartment business here since 1998. We started in the rental business, and we acquired Cornerstone Apartments probably back in 2006 or 2007. So we've been doing this kind of quietly.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yes. So now, as you know, we had a fire back in June of 2013, and that's kind of changed everything. It was not easy to go through, and the building has since been remodeled. We're trying a different approach with, joining the chamber and reaching out to the colleges and other areas, and we were able to do a nice job remodeling the apartments, and so we're in the process now of filling them up. We started this summer. We're about halfway. There's 28 apartments there.
Okay.
In the basement, there used to be sleeping rooms down there, and that's where, and now what we've changed to is people can rent a space down there, and we currently have about 4 artists down there, and they rent a space down there and do their own thing.
So they just have a room, basically, and
yeah, they're a little room, maybe 10 by 10, cinder block walls. Some of them are drywall, and they will rent a space if they're living there. Some of them are living there, and some are from off-site, and they make it their own.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's
like
kind of
that.
different. Yeah.
Well, and it supports what programs like Artalicious and
Yes.
the college art departments and that are trying to do, and really calling attention to the fine arts here in Adrian and the county.
Yeah, so we're trying to do a little different approach. It's working out nice, and especially if somebody's living there, and then they can just come downstairs and have their little art room there. There's 3 laundry facilities on site, which we had previous. There's a security system, so we have a camera system throughout, inside and outside, and the doors are secured. So there's no reason anybody shouldn't feel safe down there.
Okay. What did you do? You said you remodeled after the fire, you remodeled pretty much everything.
Yes, everything's been touched. Some of them have been 100% remodeled, kitchens, everything. And some of them have, been remodeled, so the ceilings, the paint, new flooring, new countertops, the hallways. So everything pretty much. We're working on the outside right now. If you walk down there, you can see there's been some changes outside, and we're still in the process of that, making it nicer down there. And but you'll find now if you're down there, it's a nice, quiet place to live.
Okay. And we talked earlier, you're getting college students and professionals into the complex, right?
Yes, we have some college students from Siena Heights and Adrian College, some recent graduates of U of M and Michigan State. We have a couple professors from Siena Heights that are living in there right now. And we have some local business individuals that are living in there, and that type of individual who's been moving in. So it's been nice.
And everybody seems happy with the changes.
Yeah, there's, and anybody moving in new, we tell them, if no one's lived in that apartment yet, if there's any kinks or anything, let us know. We take care of it right away.
Okay.
So
how are you marketing?
I'm on the website rentlinks.com. It's RENTLINX.
Okay.
So if you go on that website, you will see the photo of the building of each individual apartment. There's 4 to 6 photos. It'll tell you if it's available. It'll tell you square footage. It'll tell you prices. You can message on there. It'll come to me. I'll send you an application. You can fill that out, send that back, and we set up an appointment and get you in there.
Okay. So you said the square footages, what do your square footages run?
Well, you caught me off guard on that one, because one thing unique about the building is there isn't one apartment that's alike. That building used to be the YMCA, as anybody from here know, which was great because one of the first Fridays we ever did it, we've never participated till now, some individuals who used to participate or be in the Y gave me a little tour of what it used to be. I didn't know exactly, even though I've been the owner. So when it was split up into apartments, there's not one that's the same. So you have your own unique apartment. There's 1 2-bedroom apartment in there. There is 8 efficiency apartments, I believe, and the rest of them are 1-bedroom apartments.
Okay.
So, and again, you go on the website and it makes it easy now.
Oh, that's true. You
Yeah.
take a virtual
Yeah.
tour, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we have, we put the website on the doors. We have a banner that's up there now so you can see.
Okay.
And so you can, contact me by phone also, which
Okay.
that information's out there too.
Okay. So do you have other properties, or do you have plans to
Well,
expand sometime?
I've actually eliminated some of my other properties, but we have some off-site properties that are occupied right now. And, I've been, throughout the years, especially through the times here, 2006 and up, were pretty hard. And so been through our ups and downs and figuring things out. I mean, it's always a learning process. So, and things, I think like anything you do, the longer you're in it, the better you get at it.
Sure. What's the best part of being a landlord?
The best part of being a landlord, I would say, when you have a good tenant, and you have new relationships that you bond and if when they keep you happy, we keep they keep us happy in turn. So it's a nice investment, for later on. I wouldn't tell anybody getting into it that it's an immediate cash flow. It's something that you have to work on for many years. What's
the most difficult part of being a landlord?
Definitely making it work, and because there's, especially if you're handling the things on your own, you have to be involved in the maintenance, you have to be involved in the, the application, screening through the individuals, figuring out what a good tenant is, and if you've ever been a landlord and you've had a bad tenant, it can affect the others. So we try to screen so we have good tenants, so nobody else that's in the building is affected by it. So that's probably one of the most difficult things to do.
So describe a good tenant.
Oh, a good tenant is somebody obviously that pays the rent and cares for the property as if it was their own, and that's really all I'm asking for, and everything will be fine. Somebody who's motivated and is cares.
Do you ever have to ask people to leave?
Yes.
That's got to be difficult.
Yeah, it starts usually, sometimes it could be just their behavior, and you try to correct their behavior and talk to them and see if they can correct it. A lot of times as a landlord, you're the first person they call when maybe they should have called the police, when somebody has a problem. And if, the next step would be the courts, filing evictions for their behavior or filing an eviction because of non-payment, And I've had plenty of those learning experiences and don't wish to have any more, but I'm sure it'll happen. It happens to everyone. The more units you have, you're going to have that issue. Right now, everybody that's living down there are good. Everybody down there is good tenants. So we don't have that issue down there right now.
So what's your parking situation down there?
Well, the parking situation is, we have the special assessment, so I think I'm awarded like 56 spaces, and you get the lease from me, you take it down to City Hall, they'll give you a parking permit to put on the back of the vehicle. They can park in the spaces all behind the building, or really anywhere downtown that isn't customer parking.
Okay.
But
at night as well?
Yeah, at night. Yeah, and in the day, the same thing applies to anybody coming down here on the street. So haven't had any parking issues, it's been good.
Okay. Well, you're obviously, Tom, trying to become, you're very involved in downtown and becoming more so. What would you hope to see downtown? What do you want to happen?
I'd like to see some more restaurants and more businesses open up. I think it's important, it's nice to be able to walk to a downtown and experience different restaurants and shops and stuff like that. And we've been, since we've become more involved down here, spending more of our time, and now I pay more attention. And I was recently up in Frankfurt and, looking at their downtown, and, you kind of get ideas. I'd like to see more students down here and be able to utilize it. And we have a great town here. We have 3 colleges in this town. We have a lot of potential, and I see it coming. I see it. It's a slow process. Things can't happen overnight. We went through a terrible economy, and you just can't crank up a business. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. But I see a lot of good things, and we're part of that. We want to have individuals that are going to be that are going to care about downtown living down here.
Right. And I think are you doing some partnering on outside maintenance with
My
Trevor
neighbor,
next
yeah,
door?
yeah, Trevor next door, the grocery shopping, they've been great neighbors, and so we were kind of working hand in hand to make the places look nice together, and and when you get along with your neighbor, it sure helps, So it's looking nice down there, and we're, in the process of continuing that, and so yeah, I'd encourage everybody to talk with their neighbors, and when it comes to maintenance issues and things like that.
You got to work together and partner on things.
Right.
And
Nothing's
collaborate.
cheap and everything, and a lot of the stuff that we've done are by our own hands.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's such a central piece of downtown. And those of us who did grow up here, I remember the Y building. And it's just as people are coming into the downtown, that's what they see, and it looks so nice now, and speaks for the downtown.
Yeah.
So we'll just continue to keep building on successes like yours.
Yeah. And and one of the mistakes I probably made in the past is not being involved in this and in this program and reaching out to others. You try and do everything on your own, and I have a full-time job besides this, So, when you try to take that whole load on yourself, it's a little more difficult, So, doing the new approach is working much better.
Yeah. Somebody we spoke to earlier today, another entrepreneur who's a member, we asked him for a piece of advice for entrepreneurs, and he said, ask for help.
Yes.
Realize that you don't have to do it all yourself, and that everybody wants you to succeed. Your success makes everybody else more successful.
For sure. Yeah, it's definitely, people want to help you, and you have to ask, and a lot of times, I was probably too proud to do that, and so you didn't even know I existed over there. So, but you learn as you go.
Yeah, true. Last minute, how do they get a hold of you again? Phone number?
Okay,
phone number, website?
yeah, they can contact me by phone, which is 517-937-2604. They could go to the website rentlinks.com, and that's spelled Linx.
Okay.
And put in Cornerstone and Adrian, and they'll find the apartment building, and they can comment me from there. It'll go to my email, which is tkmoore@sandcreektelco.com.
Excellent. Very good.
Well, thank you for
Tom,
having me.
thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.